Oh, he knocked it off. I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
Oh, I gotta say it, right? It's a classic.
Oh my gosh. Okay, say it. You gotta say it. Tiger just knocked it off the tee. Yes, Tiger. He's a human. It happens. You know, one of us.
This is my moment. Gotta be the funny one.
They're gonna say it. They're gonna beat you to it. You're gonna be the least funny guy here, just like high school. I gotta say it.
That's one, right?
Yeah.
Actually, according to Rule 6.1a, says that's not. Of course.
Yes.
Absolutely. He would know.
All right, guys, today we have a very special podcast. I'm extremely excited for this one. We have Hannah and Aaron from Saint Andre Golf. You've seen them on Instagram, YouTube. They're amazing. We are so grateful you guys are on. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, stoked to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
We got my dad and Davis, obviously. And we're just going to be talking. It's going to be a chill conversation. I'm excited for this one.
Me too. It's going to be hard to compete with Dad.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what everyone says.
It's hard to compete with Dad.
Dads are tough to compete, especially this dad. Especially this dad.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, they are hilarious, guys. Their content is just amazing. And honestly, when I watch you guys, I'm like laughing, smiling, always. The guys are awesome.
Nice.
That rules.
That's the goal.
That is. Yeah.
So you guys just filmed with Tiger. You guys came down. You're from Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
right? You came down here and you filmed something with Tiger. Tell us, like, that's your second
Yeah.
time, right?
Second time, yeah.
So
we've been, we launched last August and then signed with Bridgestone pretty quickly. I played Bridgestone balls and irons for years, so they're in
Oh, did
Atlanta
you really?
too. It was just a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Also
you're not just saying that.
I'm not just saying that.
Literally,
They also were the first brand that reached out, but they were like, "Oh, I love them." It was
Yeah,
great.
we like them.
And they kind of led with, "You guys want to shoot with Tiger?" So we're like, "Yeah,
Kinda
that's
hard to
great."
say
Wait,
no.
so they led with, they call you, like, and they say, do you want to shoot with Tiger?
Yeah, it was an
Pretty much.
email from Fuel Films, their production company, and that was in the first email. I thought it was fake.
Wow.
I
wow.
was like, I don't know what you mean by this. Then I got on a call and it was real. And in December, came down here, and filmed with their whole roster
so
of
cool.
golfers, including Tiger. And they had us back. So last couple
Yeah.
days,
You
we
must
got
have
to
done a
film.
good job at that. I saw that first one. That was hilarious. But who came up with that? Like, who came up with, let's do this with Tiger? Was it a combo? Bridgestone
So
and
the
you guys?
last year was all Bridgestone.
Okay.
They pretty much wrote everything. They gave us some freedom to improvise, and the thing at the end last year, they needed some wild lines. So when they're showing Tiger, just some reactions in the background. That was fun because they just put mics in front of us.
It was one of the scariest moments as like a performer or actor. Like it was the end of the day. We've been shooting all day. And they're like, hey, can you three like line up? And they put mics in our face and they're like, just kind of say funny things. And we're going to record it. And there's nothing worse than being a comedian and being like, can you be funny right now?
Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
I don't have anything. And I just think we all like, I
Yeah.
just panicked. I was like, my brain was going a million miles a minute. And we ended up finding some stuff, but
I think it was all you.
Was it me?
I mean, the ending videos, you'll hear it now, where there's one where it's the Bridgestone logo and you hear, anyone told you you look like Tiger Woods? And I was like, no. That was one
Oh, yeah,
from
that's
there.
right.
And that was terrifying.
Yeah.
20 people standing around. And everyone has to be quiet, because
Yeah.
audio.
Boom
so it's
mics
just
looking at you.
everyone's.
You better say something funny, like right now.
The faster you're funny, the faster I can go home to my wife and kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
pressure.
trying, yeah.
How many people were on that production?
Probably 20,
Yeah.
25 last year.
Wow.
And yeah,
That's a lot.
they wrote all the spots and
You did a great job.
some great
you just-
ones.
So you're there, and like level 1 to 10 on nervousness around Tiger. Like, how nervous were you the first time you did that, or not at all?
Definitely
Be
nervous.
honest.
Definitely nervous.
Yeah.
I was freaking out immediately because
You were,
I had
yeah,
a
for
paper
sure.
cut in my hand. I didn't know, and I looked down, and my hand was bleeding. And I was like, I'm gonna shake his. I gotta
That's
shake
all
his
Tiger
hand.
wants to see is just blood.
I know.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Just
like
hand,
your shirt
hand him the
red.
Bridgestone bowl
Yeah.
with blood on it.
yeah. It's like we're in a blood oath now, brother. You and me till
They
death.
are. I will say after that day, Aaron's been hitting the ball much better. I think
Yeah.
his blood packed with Tiger.
Yeah,
Some of the Tiger blood.
You have some
Yeah,
of his
you
blood.
shared it.
Charlie Sheen. Me and
You have
Charlie
some of
Sheen.
Tiger's blood right now. That's your next skit.
That's it. Yeah.
I was definitely nervous, but it's also like because I know who Tiger Woods is, but I'm a newer golfer,
Right.
so I didn't have the like 20 years of I've idolized this person, so I was kind of like, the nerves set in for me when we were waiting and we were kind of messing around, and Tiger hit 10 balls in a row, and every single ball landed like within 5 yards of each other.
Wow.
I was like, how does someone do that?
Right.
I didn't realize how good this guy is.
Yeah,
So
my brain was
consistent.
like, he really is good. And I felt like an idiot because everyone's like, yeah,
That's when you
dumb,
learned
dumb.
Tiger Woods is good at
No,
golf.
I knew, but I'm like, you see it up close, you go, that's crazy. You never know. You never know until
Yeah.
you see it in person. You're like, that. You see it and you go, oh yeah.
But you also feel the like presence of Tiger coming in. It's like there's a
Yes.
presence there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And everyone was nervous. Production people, you're all kind of rushing and, all right, he's coming, he's coming. You hear it on the
Yeah, yeah,
walkie-talkie. So even if it wasn't Tiger and some other celebrity, there's that just intense moment of like, all right, he's
Right.
coming to set. We have 10 minutes to get this done.
Yeah.
So there's just a high-pressure situation.
Yeah, you want to be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be respectful, but not like obnoxious. You know, you're like, I want to be chill, but also
Yeah.
respectful. Like,
Right.
what do you,
Yeah.
you know?
But then we got to get it done as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't want
Yeah.
him to be wasting his time and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
And so you kept cool, or did anyone say anything that was like, did I just say that to Tiger? Yeah, I see the face. I see the face.
It's-
Definitely someone said something.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
did.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's, so Jonathan, who's kind of the
Yeah.
third member
Yeah.
of the core cast,
Yeah.
he knew even less about golf. Or I think Hannah's gotten the bug now and kind of
Right.
knows the world a little more. Part of the bit with one, you know, you tap the ball off and you say, that's one. The joke there was he said it, and then he throws the book at us. He's like, actually, it's not. And then we get scared because Tiger said that to us. Between takes, cameras were resetting, and Tiger came and stood next to us and was just talking, which was great.
yeah.
Jonathan was asking about the rule. He's like, is that a real rule? And Tiger was saying, yeah, now it's about, intent. Like if you try to hit
Right,
it.
right.
And then Jonathan asked, has anyone ever like stopped their swing on the way down?
Oh, like he.
And Tiger just kind of looked at him,
Looked at him.
which is, not in the, I'm Tiger Woods way, but he didn't know if he was kidding, I don't think. And I was like, Jonathan, there's an hour-long compilation of Tiger doing that on YouTube. Like, he's kind of famous for
And
it.
people freaking out, being like, whoa.
Yeah. John's like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Tiger laughed. It was fun.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there being like, that's a really good question, John.
Yeah.
That's a really smart.
I'm
pointy
glad you
question.
said it.
No, yeah, not me though, you
Yeah.
know. And Aaron's just shaking his head at us like, oh, these idiots. Okay.
So it was great.
So that's the different dynamic, though. Like you're just getting into golf. Jonathan really isn't a golfer,
Is he,
I guess.
is he playing golf or no?
Recreationally, I'll hit him up every once in a while. I'm like, you want to go play golf? And he'll play with me.
Although
Like,
on one of those skits that you guys did with Jonathan, where he's like, "I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life."
yeah.
That swing was like
That's what I
pure
said.
as
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
He's a baseball player. So
Okay.
Oh,
he
okay.
has the kind of fundamentals. He can, golf, tennis. He has the motion
He
a
has
little
the
bit.
motion,
So a lot of times when we're on set, we'll just hit a couple balls. And
Yeah.
he's got a solid swing.
He
I feel
does.
like every
He
other
really
ball
does.
he'll hit solidly. He just doesn't play much.
So how do you go from what you guys tell us about what you were doing before this golf a year ago? This Instagram, and why golf? Why
Yeah.
did it come to golf? If two of you are really not golfers,
Yeah, so I've been a golfer since elementary school, just forever.
Yeah.
It's my favorite hobby. I love it. And I've done comedic content for brands forever. Went to film school, all trying to make funny videos online. Like Lonely Island, Bo Burnham, those were guys in high school that I was like, I just want to do that. So I worked for a couple agencies as creative director, all kind of waiting for the right idea to go all in on.
right.
And loved a lot of the golf content creators and kind of saw that popping off.
Yeah.
And then COVID, golf became
Yeah.
even bigger, got people back into it, including me. I mean, I feel like I was playing 6 times a year, maybe the couple years leading into COVID. And then I was
Right.
playing twice a week. It was a
Right.
fun, safe way to see friends. So just kind of saw a lane open, had a few ideas for sketches, started writing them out, and ended up writing pages and pages, and we just knew there was a lot there.
Right.
We were just
Yeah.
kind of drill down. There's so many relatable moments, so many dynamics between people you're golfing with. You get paired with strangers, people in the clubhouse, beverage cart. There's just so much there. It's
The
just a
Marshall.
Good, yeah, there's just
That
a
one
good
was funny.
backdrop.
That was the first one
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
He's the best. Paul Ryden is his name, and he was down here with us last couple days.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That,
So-
that had me in stitches for a good. I send that to everybody.
The sniper
the
one.
the one with the sniper was
Beer
the first
check.
one that I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah, yeah.
I
I've
was,
never even had food or drink. So-
I've
Yeah.
never even had
Drink,
food or
drink.
drink.
I love that. We were playing putt-putt last night, and everyone's, around 3 or 4, like around 30,
Yeah.
plus or minus 3 years,
Yep.
3 or 4 years, and then our 71-year-old friend Paul, who's just the best.
That's
He's
so
the
great.
best.
Rules. He's so cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So saw the lane open, just kind of well-produced golf sketch comedy we didn't really see people doing. So yeah, just went
So
hard
there's a
after.
void there, I think, that you guys
I mean,
really
actually,
can-
we started, I think, at the exact same time. Like, really, kind of like a give or take a month, which
Yeah.
is really cool. Because I think I started, July or June? July 1st.
July 1st.
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah.
like, that's crazy. I didn't even know that we posted at the same exact
Yeah,
time.
we were 3 weeks after.
That's
and the same for the
crazy.
podcast. It took us a year.
Yeah.
We launched
Yeah,
the podcast
that's
like the same
so
week y'all
weird.
did.
Yeah.
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 We're just
Everything
copying
you're
you
doing,
guys.
we're just taking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that goes
Hey,
on.
Aaron, you know
in
what
social
Gabby's up to this week? A podcast.
Yeah, we should do that exact same thing.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure. Yeah.
I was
fun.
kind of like, when Aaron called me about this, because we worked together on some stuff, some freelance, and he asked me, you were like, what's your relationship with golf? And I told him, I was like, I play very recreationally, but I think the thing for me was that for about a decade back in Minnesota, I worked at a country club.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in summers, like I worked in the Bobby Jones room, so I had a lot of rapport with golf and golfers, and so I knew the culture. And for me, it was so different than what it is now, because I was in that era of like stuffy.
Yeah.
Right.
You take your hat off indoors, you got to
Right.
wear polo, and so for me, I was like, well, golf is very unique. There's a lot of comedy there because it's so stringent.
For
Right.
sure.
And so it's been fun to watch the game, I'm sure, as you know, change.
Yeah.
You know, people are getting
Way
all
more
kinds of
relaxed.
people- Yeah, way more. And just more people involved, younger people. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hannah and Jonathan are just my favorite two actors to work with in Atlanta.
awesome.
Just good friends and also just
Aw.
hilarious people. So those are the first couple calls.
I love doing these podcasts because Aaron will say such nice things about me.
Yeah, and he wasn't
and then
saying
he
really
wasn't
nice
saying
things
nice things
off
about me.
camera.
Yeah, before
get
we
it.
came in here, it wasn't that nice.
No,
No.
roasting me all the time.
Absolutely.
These are so good because I have video evidence. That
Yes,
I
you
just
have
go back
evidence
and-
of it,
I
yeah.
just
Exactly.
watch them all the time. Like, I think he does maybe like
Yeah,
me.
well, we act.
Maybe a
I'm
little.
acting right now. I'm acting and Hannah's great.
In front of the camera. Only when the camera turns on.
Yeah,
So do you write all the stuff for
I
the
write
Instagram?
most.
Most of it.
Yeah. Most, and then Hannah's written a few. Some of the stuff we did for Bridgestone you wrote this year,
that
which
was
is
cool.
great.
That was really fun.
A couple other of our comedian friends are Andrew Stanley is the other podcast host. He's in some of our sketches.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote a few golf trip caddy that just came out. I think it's one of our best ones we've ever done. And that was
The Myrtle Beach one?
yes,
Oh, no,
Oh,
yeah, the
it was
caddy
golf
one.
boys golf trip caddy.
But the Myrtle Beach one was really...
the music
That was
video.
so
Oh, so good.
And so that's
I love
for,
the music videos.
for the music video.
So good.
That is
So funny.
You're like, why am I crying? I'm crying. Why am I crying?
our friend Tom McGovern is a comedian. He doesn't know golf really, but is brilliant. So we'll give him a story, and then he'll just send back a perfect song. It's wild.
I was going to say, the songs were like, I've heard this song before. Just not
Well, they're
with these
just
words.
real good, like, production songs. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
I could actually lissisten to this, like, on Apple Music later.
Yeah, I love those comments. Like, drop it on Spotify. What's up? Where is this? Where's the full version? So yeah, I'll write most of the short form sketches. Then we have a bunch of just
Yeah.
comics. And
What's
friends.
that process like? I mean, when you start with a blank sheet, is it just an idea, and then how do you go from there and writing out like the dialogue and getting the characters together?
I guess inspiration comes from everywhere. Sometimes, there'll be an idea and it's just automatic. Like, okay, here's the story. Like we have it. Just,
Right.
It makes sense. Other times there's a couple notes on my phone that are super long and some are just a word or phrases or here's an awkward situation. So when it's time to write, I'll go to a coffee shop, pull up that note and just try to think of one of those thought starters and then bake it out. Like what angle could you take on this? From
Right.
whose point of view? The short form thing helps a ton too. So it's not,
Yeah.
are we making a giant story
Yeah.
out of this? It's like, let's set up the situation. They usually start with a relatable golf joke, even if it's super small, and then we blow it up and try to do it in a way just that only we can. It's just kind of very much our voice.
Yeah.
That's
Always
kind of the
funny.
general process.
Yeah.
Find a good button. Find always the way to end it. That's something I get a lot of compliments or comments, and they're like, your videos always end like with the button, and that's something I really respect about your writing and what you're trying to do. Is they always feel like beginning, middle, end. They end in a fun way. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. Because sometimes videos can be hard to find, and comedy's kind of like we're just clipping things together.
Right.
So it's really fun. I think it's led to a lot of the success is having a full.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, I think. If you watch SNL, there'll be some that are really funny and they just kind of stop,
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's just really hard to figure out the
Yeah.
right way to
Yeah,
come
you
in
got
the
it. It's
plan.
still a story, but it's in
Yeah.
like this small little clip, especially on a reel where it has to be under 60 seconds to go on YouTube Shorts and then all this
Right.
stuff. So you're also battling that as well, and you got to put beginning, middle, and end through the entire video. Like, how do you do that? It's
Yeah, I don't think people realize how like story is one of the most difficult things when
Right.
it comes to production, in my opinion. I mean, it's to actually have a good story and to be able to, you know, compile that into a 1.5-minute video on Instagram and make it funny is not easy.
Keep people engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's becoming harder and harder.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was the first breakup joke.
Yeah, there'll be more.
Just had to keep people engaged. Like, you're not engaged. You're not even close. Sorry.
Hey man, that's okay. It's
cutthroat.
Love will find me. It won't. Anyway, you
Unless
were
you
saying?
want to,
Anyway, you were saying.
I forgot what I was going to say
Doesn't
now.
matter. Aaron derailed it. I was like, Will, making these jokes about me. It's okay. Remember
Well,
what
do you feel it's harder to get people's attention in these clips? I mean, I feel like that's what's happening with social media, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's harder and harder because people's attention are going down and down and down.
Yeah, I think it's harder just because there's so much content out there.
Yeah, right.
Then you gotta kind of figure out the format of the hook in the first 5 seconds, and
Right.
I know production quality matters a lot to us coming from film making backgrounds.
Right.
So hopefully that kind of stands out initially too. Is
Yeah.
oh, this is shot well. It's not.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I know you got video brain.
Yeah,
me too.
low aperture. It looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, even in the way it's formatted, like on Instagram and I think YouTube as well, it's just like you've got the thumbnail, photo, even for a reel. Like everything is just really structured,
clean.
and formatted well,
Yeah, it's
just
clean.
clean, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's easy for people to just go back and forth. I mean, I know when I look at your page, I always get stuck watching like 6, you know,
That's a good
which
compliment.
it's a great
Yeah.
compliment. It's exactly what you want
Yeah.
because you want people to get tied in, you know, and I think you guys have done a really good job of that. And I was just watching a video on like how engagement is so important now. It's so hard to keep people.
I know. We are fortunate that our audience is pretty engaged, right?
Yeah.
You said engagement's pretty high
Yeah.
in the metrics.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, and I don't know if you feel like this, I meant to ask you, but we'll be really surprised sometimes. Like, we'll put a video out and we'll be like, this is a banger. Like, this is going to be so big. And it doesn't do
as well as something else.
So
and yeah, and some
disappointing.
that blow up, you're like,
right?
did not
It
see
is.
this being the thing. Like, you always assume your content's
Plays
going to
with
be
your
good.
head. Plays
But the
with your
things that really blow up, you're like, okay.
Yeah, what can we take from that? Because it's like, I mean, I know I just posted a video last night on Reels. I was like, spent 5 hours just editing the video, just editing it. And it did like meh as everything else.
Let's see
Like
what it's doing.
my engagement's really good. So like, you know, I'm thankful for that and it'll do well. But it's just like, I thought it was going to be a 1 million viewed video. Like I really did. I really did. I was all into it. And
then there's certain things that do 4 million. And
oh yeah.
it's
And you're
crazy.
like,
It's
oh,
crazy.
actually, you know what's funny? I was on Facebook. I posted a video. It was like a video that did 10 million views on all other platforms. So I posted it on Facebook, and it had like some glitch in it. So we're halfway through the video, it just kept replaying the beginning, and it got 2 million views. And people were like commenting, "What's this?" But you know what? It got 2 million views.
You got angry people being
Interesting.
like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Did it come out of that, or did it
Nope,
stay in like a?
15 seconds, and then it just kept
Weird.
looping.
But
looping.
maybe that's why it did so well.
Oh,
It got
for
so
sure.
much engagement off
For
that
sure.
one issue.
it makes you think like, okay, what are we doing here?
Oh, it'll
Yeah.
make you question life.
Or maybe you put a
Yeah,
spell on your audience and they
You have
just
a
didn't
perfect
even
video,
realize
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, They're
They're
just
like-
watching the same
yeah.
thing over. I'm like,
That's
this
the
is a
key,
1.5
brainwash.
It's like
minute
the
video.
thing that if you watch it too long, you're in like a trance. All these people, 2 million people are now like,
That's
I'll
it.
do whatever Emma says. I watched this weird glitch video.
good
It's like an old Microsoft screensaver. You're just,
Yeah,
what's
like,
going on?
You have
Yeah.
to keep, will it hit the corner? I don't know.
Yeah. What is y'all's process normally? Like when it comes to
On
ideas
videos?
and
I mean, when it comes to reels, like honestly, we post a reel every single day, so we just go out and film it. Like honestly, whatever video comes to my head, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna do that today. Like we're not really kind of structured on the reels. I think we got to do better on that. But on YouTube videos, we do plan them out like probably a week or two in advance.
Yeah.
And we just write out the idea and then we go film it. But for reels, yeah, you guys do a good job with that because it's really got to be structured and it's got to keep people, when they look at your page, to go back and feel that. Sure. And I think that's good.
Yeah. Well, I also think it's different because what you're doing, there's multiple
Yeah.
categories.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tutorial. There's a play a hole. There's a collaboration.
There's like
Trick
lifestyle
shots.
stuff.
I
and
love
all that
I
stuff.
love when you challenge non-suspecting people on the course
Yeah.
and just ruin their day.
That was one of the
I love
best
it.
reels.
That's the videos that
did.
do the best.
Yeah,
Those are
they're the best.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait to watch Gabby destroy these two random dudes. Like close to the pin.
Who are feeling so good about themselves. Like, I just want to go home now.
And the thing is we try and find the best golfers on the public course, but like it's hard on the public courses and just regular golf courses. Like
you don't know.
You don't know. How are you supposed to know? Like you just see these guys coming out to play, and I'm like, oh, they seem like they got a good swing. And you go up to them, and people are like, you need to stop challenging these people because you got to pick better people. I'm like, I'm picking the best people out here. I'm trying.
We're not doing a casting call. Like it's whoever's out here.
It's like I just saw these guys out there. Like I was just gonna challenge them.
I love all these like grown men in their mother's basements commenting on your stuff, getting so mad.
I
wish you would challenge me.
I wish you would challenge me.
I'll show you.
I would if you
no
get out
thanks.
Of the
Yeah, I was gonna
basement.
say if you got out of that dark room, I would challenge you. See some sunlight, guy.
Yeah, little scary. I'm sure you face that as well too, right? You guys as well. Just comments that are just weird sometimes.
Yeah.
The newest comment that we're getting is if Aaron ever posts anything that I'm not in, there will be comments being like, "Where's the girl?
Where's the girl?
That's it.
Bring
Like,
the
where's
girl."
the girl?
That's funny.
Where's Hannah? Where's the girl? We would get a lot of those.
I know.
It's weird. I'll get a lot of, and I'll laugh because I'm like, yeah, Aaron, where is she? Why
Yeah.
isn't she?
Yeah.
Why didn't you
Because
pick
we just worked with Myrtle Beach. They're wonderful. And they wanted to do the angle of like guys golf trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a giant part of the golf industry.
Yeah.
But a few of those didn't have Hannah in them, and everyone's like, "What is this? I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm unfollowing." It's like,
Unfollowing.
Really?
You don't put Hannah on now. I'm unfollowing.
Yeah.
It's great job security. I love it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, you'll never get like
You'll
that.
It's just me actually
Can't.
making burner accounts commenting that. Little does Aaron know. It's just me. I have 100 YouTube accounts just going like, where is she?
I think 2 days ago in the lobby of the club we were shooting at with Bridgestone, a guy came in and said hey to me. And he's like, "Oh, love your stuff on TikTok," and saw Jonathan. "Oh, nice. Like, yeah, I love y'all stuff." And he goes, "Did y'all bring the girl?" And I was like,
No
she's
way.
right there."
I just turned and looked at him.
You just like wave.
Did
Like,
y'all bring
Yeah.
the girl?
I'm the girl.
right here. And he goes, oh. Then he left. That was it.
That's
He didn't
it?
say anything
Ah.
more. But he just
He
said,
growled
ah,
at you. He growled at you.
ah. And they left.
No way.
Yeah, he was like, can we take a picture later? And then he never found us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It was very funny though, because we make that joke a lot about like the girl, but he said it in real time.
Yeah.
Is the girl here? And we're like,
Just the girl here.
right here.
That's
rolled.
hilarious. So what do you think you were talking about long format content. What do you think that will look like?
We're thinking through it. We want to do it differently and keep our comedic tone going. So, there's all the good golfers out there that are doing long form and kind of you watch it because you want to see people play good golf and kind of get that access, hear them talk through shots and everything. I think we figured out sketches. That's our bread and butter. We're going to keep doing that. And then long form is an experiment right now.
Yeah.
Right.
We're posting all our podcasts on YouTube. We've done a few matches, one club versus one scrub. That's what we've called it.
I like that.
Robbie. Like we're going to be working with the Pointer Brothers, who are some really funny content creators out there. We're going to be doing some more long form stuff with them. Hopefully get a few pros involved and just do some fun challenge stuff. But I feel like that is the question mark for us right now is what's long form going to look like.
Okay, so I have to go back to Tiger because it's just on my brain.
Yeah.
And so we talked about because I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, if he filmed with Tiger, we want to hear." Blah, blah, blah. So you guys filmed with Tiger the first time. This time, and we were talking like, be honest, how was Tiger at the shoot? Because there's been a lot of controversy and a lot of things out there that's saying like Tiger doesn't like YouTube golf and all that stuff. How did you guys feel being the content creators filming with him? And I think you guys are probably one of the only people out there who filmed with him from a YouTube social media standpoint that I've seen at least. So how did he respond to the cameras and everything like that on YouTube?
Yeah, I think those content days are a lot.
Yeah, they're long.
Especially when it's with a brand, you kind of have access to players for however many hours, and they have to do so many things. So luckily, we shot Tiger at the start of the day. Got a few great things that. I know you had that conversation with him about lines. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, well it's just so unique because like it's funny, you're with the greatest golfer, right? Like undisputed GOAT. And as like an actor, like, you work with lines and stuff. And so for me, it's pretty second nature to be like, someone will throw me a line and I can kind of retain it. I've been doing it. And so Tiger, I mean, you forget that these athletes are not actors.
Yeah, they're
you know?
athletes. They're not,
athletes.
yeah.
So he was having, trying to get some of these lines, and it was so funny. We had a break, and he just leans over, and he's like, how do you do this? And I'm like, do what? And he goes, memorize lines, like get the lines.
Yeah.
They're just so human,
Yeah.
Like, it's not. So I think sometimes you forget that these people are like, yeah, I want to play golf. I really like golf. And then they get a camera in front of them.
It's just
and
different.
people are screaming like, hey, we need this, because he's got to do so much, like you said, in a day. So I'm sure it's overwhelming, and I remember him saying that. I thought that was so unique. I was like, oh yeah. This is something, I've been doing.
Natural for you,
something
not
natural for me now.
Something that you're better at him at in this category, whereas he's better at, like in
Everything
golf.
else. Yeah.
And it was so funny because we had a really funny moment. We were joking. We're on this tee box, and it's over a lake. And it was, how far would you say that lake was to the green? 290. And I was making a joke. I was like, oh, I had to take a driver in hand. I was like, I could clear this no problem, easy. And Tiger all of a sudden he goes, yeah, it's all about perspective and your aim. So if you aim that way, you should be fine. And the fairway was there, so he came out, and I was like, the shade, Tiger. And he's like, hey man, just keeping it. And she's like, just keeping it in perspective. And we laughed. So it was like he had these moments where he was very
when he's talking about golf and in his element.
Yeah, and so I thought that was pretty funny because Jason Day made the exact same joke later on. And I was like, man, they all know.
They know what to say to amateurs.
No, they both are like, they said like truly that he goes, yeah, you could do it if you aimed that way. I was like, you guys.
Ooh.
The shade.
That's
they were right there. I mean, there's no way I could have.
Being like, we got to roast this girl.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They spotted you out from back at the range, and they're like,
did.
we got to take on.
She's the target, the girl.
The girl is the target.
So did they just hit balls? Did you guys get to hit balls in this shoot or no? Basically, did Tiger watch you hit?
He did last year for a couple, which he sort of. I just hit a few in the fairway. I hit 2 out of 4 6-irons well. But the bad ones were bad. So it was a little embarrassing. This
Did you
year
turn back to him and just like embarrassment and shame?
I definitely kind of looked back to see if he was looking. He was kind of glancing over, but I don't know.
He's definitely watching.
He's bleeding from his hand. The
Yeah,
blood's still gushing.
He's
already a
blood
mess.
down.
Yeah, we're
it's
like,
one of those.
get him out of here.
Yeah, this guy's a mess.
He's a mess.
It's one of those things where he didn't even think about it then, but I've thought about it every day since then.
Right.
Like it's ruined me.
What if he did think about it every day?
Maybe.
I said, that guy Aaron's horrible.
Yeah, awful at golf. He stole my love for the game. Just saying that. I hit a bunch. So what's funny about these shoots too is they're 2-day shoots. It's precious time with the golfers on the second day. So we shoot most of our coverage on day one. Try to do the same time of the day so the sun matches. But it's so goofy because we do all the fun stuff and most of the narrative stuff, and then we slot them in day 2, and they just have no idea what's going on. Because it's like say this line and they don't see the beginning and end. I don't know what this is going to be.
Trying to understand it, yeah, for sure.
So day 1 I hit a bunch of balls for a sketch with Tiger that we're very excited about.
Oh, cool.
I had to hit bad shots on purpose.
Oh yeah, and you did them so well.
That's
top
when
them
you
immediately.
strike them. That's when you
Yeah,
strike
yeah.
them.
It was actually pretty impressive because you had to top the ball, and I was like, that's a hard thing to do.
But where it pops up just directly in front of you. So
He's
it's
like, I do that all the time. I got that.
did it.
Yeah, I could have done
probably
that.
9 out of 10 times.
Really?
And then the next shot,
crazy.
they'd throw a ball down and I'd stripe it, and I was probably 7 out of 10 those.
Yeah, it was. I really was impressed the fact that you topped it because they're getting it in the shot. When we shoot our stuff, we kind of like superimpose it usually, but they're like, no, we have to get you topping it exactly in the spot. And I was like, Aaron, that's a lot of pressure.
It's almost harder to top it than flush it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a smaller margin of error.
Right.
Definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
I can hit a bad shot on purpose anytime, and sometimes not on purpose, whatever. But doing it like that specific way or like shanking on purpose is kind of tough to do the actual
it is.
exact part of the club.
I saw a video of I don't even know if this is right, but like a European tour player shanks every ball on the range.
Oh, yeah.
Before he plays in a tournament.
Get him out.
Shank,
Get him out.
On purpose?
Get him out of the
on
system,
purpose,
yeah.
shanks every single ball on the range, and then he gets to the tee and hits it, stripes it. Will not hit one full swing, shanks everything.
Gosh, Europeans.
Yeah, it's a European.
The European mindset. I got to hit a couple balls too, and there was a couple drives in there that were pretty good.
Yeah?
I think I
Oh
shot
yeah,
myself.
when we hit 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
hit
cleared that lake too.
You did
I hit
clear
one
that
driver
lake.
and
It was impressive.
290 carry?
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. I did not do that, but I did hit it. All right.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty good.
He's like,
It was pretty good.
New to golf, pretty good.
Yeah, new to golf. I was like,
so when they come on day 2, are you, because you did some of the writing, are you giving them advice on how to say stuff? Are you correcting Tiger What are you saying?
I wouldn't say correcting, giving direction.
Giving direction. Yes.
But Adam at Bridgestone, he's their marketing genius. He's mainly directing, and then Fuel Films, their production company. They have 2 directors.
Okay, so they're well
so definitely don't want to step on toes.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll just kind of mention an idea to them, and then if they want to relay that.
Right.
But also, we have to move so fast.
Yeah.
So sometimes they're like, it's not worth it. We got to go. I'm like,
Yeah.
Cool. But
we got to get as much as we can, and then you know.
They're already so overwhelmed. So to have these like golfers who aren't actors have Adam tell them what to do.
Right.
1 director, 2 director, and then a 4th person being like, try it this way. It's so much
That's a
information.
lot.
Right.
You're like, there should be one voice kind of just telling them what to do. So
yeah, which I think we figured it out
we
a little
did.
bit.
We were pretty quiet on like, there's a couple times when they were like, maybe trying to figure something out. We might be like, oh, maybe just go like, like have a reactionary kind of thing. But for the most part, I think we kind of back and let them do it.
What work with actors usually don't do ad or line reads.
Yeah.
Like tell them how to say it. It kind of steals the artistry away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
But for the golfers, I think Tiger or Jason,
Yeah.
Jason Day was like, just tell me how to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just give me the
You
exact.
mentioned he was really nice. I bet you.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
Jason
really
Day.
nice.
He's the greatest. He's so.
I'm so sad he's from Australia because I wish I could vote for him to be president.
Yeah.
I just love that
He's
guy.
just a
so
good
much.
guy.
Just the best all around.
Sweet, loving, kind. Like we even were laughing because our friend Jonathan, who also went through a breakup, was like all this stuff.
I don't think we mentioned that on the podcast.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, can we?
Break up.
Yeah, we
Can we
gotta
talk
talk about
about
that.
that?
We gotta
Let's talk about
it
that
out
talk about
tonight.
that.
Yeah.
It's
Because that
what
was
we're talking
really
about.
good.
What did you do wrong? It's probably a lot.
I just unlovable, you know. Anyway, but I say all that to say, like our friend Jonathan, there's a point to this. He has like going through a breakup, and all of a sudden we see him talking to Jason Day in the cart, and Paul, our social media guy, comes over and he goes, "I'll give you guys 3 guesses as to what Jonathan's talking about." And apparently Jason Day was just giving Jonathan love advice.
Just letting him rest his head
Yeah,
right on
pretty
his,
much.
right on his.
He's like, "Yeah, mate. I mean, if you're meant to be with each other, you're meant to be. So like, don't give up on love." And just like
That was a great
giving.
accent.
That was a great
too.
accent.
Thank you so
It
much.
was really good.
She did it a lot in front
We
of
needed you
Yeah,
for the
but-
Mia Baker podcast. We needed accents. That
Yeah.
It was not
Like
good.
It didn't work too well for me.
No, this guy. We don't want to hear a British accent.
No, no.
Would you
How
wanna try a
long did
little bit?
he?
No, no.
Okay.
No,
How
no.
long did
Trust
he
me,
have
I got
his
You'd
ear?
be
scared.
laughing too hard.
Yeah.
How long did he have Jason Day's ear? Like
I mean,
talking.
like 5 minutes. He
At
had it
least,
for a
yeah.
minute.
Yeah, in a short
And
amount of
Jason
time
was
that they have the pros there, he's robbing time from Jason Day.
From
Yeah, he
filming.
was.
We were shooting with
It's just
Tiger. He was
like-
on deck, so it was
Okay.
fine. It was fine.
It was great.
Jason Day was wonderful. Fred Couples, the best
He's the
as
man.
well.
He's the man.
We got time with him, and we did a sketch that was exactly our style, shot with our cameras and that kind of the big branded shoots. And I don't think I've ever been more excited about a sketch just
It's
because
so
of
fun.
his
It's gonna be
performance.
great. Yeah, he did
He's
a great
just
job.
smooth, right? Just like a cool.
He's smooth.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Whiplash, the movie? Have y'all seen that?
No.
Miles Teller, J.K.
No.
Simmons. It's
a great one.
Jazz drum school. It's
Oh
nominated a
yes,
bunch of Oscars.
yes, I saw that. Yeah, where he's like beating him down, like
Yes. So the
That's-
quote in that scene is not quite my tempo. Because you hear the drums, it sounds the same, and J.K.
Right.
Simmons is breaking out the drum and be like, that's not quite my tempo.
Right,
And then
right,
he just
right, I
loses it
remember.
on him. That is the bit with Fred Couples because he's all about tempo.
Oh, right.
And he's giving me a swinging lesson and he's losing it out
Oh,
on me,
he's the
being
guy
like,
in
Not like
Whiplash
that.
who's
Like my
beating.
tempo.
Yeah.
And he
He delivered.
laid into me. It was great.
He delivered.
That's
so funny.
hilarious.
It was almost too realistic.
Yeah. He was like, how mean can I be? Is there anything off limits?
Go for
No,
it, yeah.
Go.
We were watching it, and you would see him and hear him say some things, and you're like, "That was
Wow.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so intense."
And it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Welcome
funny.
to my life.
And he talked about his wife so much, which was just very sweet. He was like, what's her name? I can't.
didn't tell
Julie,
me.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, Julie's gonna love this. She's gonna laugh so hard at this. It was just very sweet.
That's awesome.
That's
yeah,
nice.
love that guy.
He doesn't have an Instagram, so I'm excited to figure out how he'll see this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he doesn't have Instagram. He's like, I can't wait to see this. I'm like, we're gonna have to send a
email.
VHS to Fred Couples so he can watch that clip.
He's like, I don't have VHS. Do you have floppy disk?
Yeah, we can make it work
Floppy
for you.
disk.
For sure. So it's cool. It's just all the pros, like they all bring something so different, which is
Right.
cool and really fun.
Right.
So it was them three, those 3 guys.
Matt
basically?
Kuchar was there as well.
Oh, Matt- oh,
Chris
that's right.
Gotterup.
Chris Gotterup's a PGA Tour rookie. Just got his card. But he was the longest driver in the Korn Ferry Tour last year. He's gonna make a splash this year, I think.
That's
Yeah.
He's
awesome.
great.
He's not a Swiftie, so we learned that from him as
Did
well.
ask him.
He's a hard not Taylor Swift fan.
How did that come up?
Yeah.
Did
We were trying to do get to know you questions, but kind of not the normal, not doing, pie or cake, or trying to do some kind of spicier ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite Taylor Swift song. He's like,
I don't.
Hate her.
He got so he went
Really?
Straight
don't
up.
like her, don't like Taylor Swift.
weird.
And
You
we're
better
all
be
like,
careful with that.
I know. That's what I
Supposedly
said.
Taylor Swift can call an army of
Yeah.
of her.
They'll find you. Yeah.
Oh, apparently she made the sales of milk go up just
Probably.
by telling her fans to something like that at the Grammys or
Interesting.
Go
something.
buy milk. All
Go buy
all
milk.
my followers. go
Yeah,
buy
and
milk.
it
She
raised.
is the economy right now.
She's the
Like whatever
economy.
she wants, that is the economy.
Yeah.
So wild.
Yeah.
There's like the CTE news and the NFL's dropping ratings, and then she started dating one of them. She's
And just-
back up, better than ever.
I like. There's my conspiracy theory is that they reached out to her. They're like, what would it take for you to date one of our players?
but
we'll give you a hot one.
Yeah,
we'll give you a
why
hot, successful one.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Why not?
done deal.
I'm sure that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
That'd be the best Bachelor season ever.
Oh yeah.
Taylor Swift and just NFL dudes. And all right, let's see who can win her heart.
That would be really good.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.
That would be insane. It would go crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd just be the best show ever.
Well, yeah. I don't think they'd be able to get her on that. They'd have to pay a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what does the NFL pay Taylor Swift to do that? I mean that's worth a ton of money to get her to date one of the guys so the ratings go up.
That's your conspiracy theory. You go.
I thought of
here's the
it.
thing.
I thought of that.
I think it was a lot of money because here's also part of the conspiracy theory. She turned down being the Super Bowl halftime show. So I'm like, that wasn't enough money, or that wasn't
Yeah.
enough. But they were like, all right, how do we get her?
How do we get her?
We'll give. Maybe she's just because she always sings about love. What if she's like, I need a new prospect?
Yeah.
And she's like, I want that one. Like, you can't have that one. And she's like, I don't care. I want him. And they're great. We'll give you that and $100 million. And that's what I think.
That's what I was
Come to
thinking.
the-
100 million.
I think it was 100 million, and she got to
Yeah, it had
like,
to be
how
at
fun
least.
would it be if they were like, take your pick of any of the NFL, and she's like, I want the best tight end, and they said, there you go, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That's my football.
Well, I think all these
pop
actors and
culture.
actresses, that's what they do, right? They
kinda.
date and then they break up just to get
The
It's like
publicity.
what people do on social media. Like they
Yeah.
collab for followers and then they do it's the same
Weird.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing happening at a much higher level.
Yeah.
Much higher level.
Are you
much.
putting this online? Because you're talking about Chris Gotterup was getting in sketchy territory. They might come after
They're
you.
gonna come knocking.
Swifties.
Listen.
They're gonna be going around like it's real. Actually,
Yeah.
it's real. The love is real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird though. I can't believe that just came up, and he's just like, nope.
It was. I was surprised. Yeah.
It's like an anger to that as well.
It was
Yeah.
deep.
It was also like, what's your favorite karaoke song? He's like, never karaoke. What?
Ooh.
Wow.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun. This guy.
This man said no. He said, "I'll watch and I'll laugh, but I will not participate."
I watch and I'll laugh.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have an audience.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Do you have a go-to karaoke song? Either of you?
Yes, she did. We just had her a birthday and we went on this cruise
Oh, that's
thing
a funny story, actually.
and we did a big karaoke with everybody. She was like the karaoke Nazi.
Oh,
She was like, no one's playing another song other than my song.
because
like,
here's my
okay.
here's my
Really?
theory.
Yeah,
here's
it
my
was
theory.
intense.
It's my theory. Okay, you go to
We are all for theories.
This
here.
is my theory, right? It's like
Conspiracy theory.
yeah. Well, if like my grandparents were there and we were going to their birthday party and they had karaoke, you wouldn't play Taylor Swift. You'd play the Beatles because it's their birthday, right? If it's my birthday, you want to play something that's I like, right? Not
Yeah.
something that appeases the audience because it doesn't matter
Right.
about them.
What, did you know everyone on this boat?
Yeah, it's all my
yeah,
family.
You said cruise. I was thinking like,
Well, I didn't want to say
no,
it
no.
was,
all
yeah,
300
okay,
of you.
yeah.
got it.
Yeah, it was
Just
my
friends, little
family and
boat.
friends, and like I just feel like if it's your party,
dinghy, yeah.
if it's your party, like those people should have to do karaoke to what you like, right? I mean, like it doesn't have to appease everyone.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It was your birthday.
It's,
You were,
it was funny.
like the conductor?
Maestro?
Yeah.
The maestro.
The
yeah, yeah,
maestro.
yeah.
The
Karaoke
maestro.
maestro.
Yeah.
So wait, what were they singing? Or you're like, no.
Well, no,
it was the preparation.
it was the preparation. I
that
got really
suggested
angry.
to her. I
We had a
said,
whole
why,
thing
why
in the
don't you
car.
have some songs for the older people too? She's
No.
like, absolutely not. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because my grandma called, and we're all in like the cars and driving up
Shut
there.
down grandma?
Oh, I shut her down real quick, and she
I
was
want to
like,
do Etta James. You're like,
Because she's like the
Bad.
queen of karaoke.
She was like, I think really, your other grandparents are going to be there. I think it's a really good idea if you could just, put some songs out there for the older crowd, just so that they feel that they're included. I'm like, it's not going to happen. Just not. Sorry.
Yeah.
That did happen,
not-
though. We had a couple.
we did it this way. At the end of the round, I said you could, the other team could pick a song for you that you didn't know.
There's
so
teams?
You say team?
Oh, there was teams. I
say
had
rounds?
This is hard.
The karaoke fight?
Yeah, this
Oh,
was
yeah.
like
This
a,
is Aaron's dream sequence, by the way. This man loves
Karaoke's my
karaoke.
favorite.
You have
Oh,
no
really?
idea.
Yeah.
Really?
well, you're invited next time.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's insane.
But
It
you
was
can't
intense.
play any of your songs.
Yeah.
You can't play any of your
Johnny
songs.
Cash, you're gonna love it.
No, just no.
Cool.
Oh man.
It was funny. At the end, we had all my songs, and at the end, the grandparents had to literally sing Taylor Swift, and they did such a good job.
What
So then
song?
it was Cruel Summer, and it was hilarious.
Wow.
My grandpa did the best job ever. Like he
was into it.
never heard Taylor Swift ever, and just like
That's so
it was
funny.
amazing.
Well, he had help from
Yeah.
Ava. But
Yeah, yeah.
So
it
you
was-
opened his eyes. Maybe you like broadened his horizons.
Well,
yeah,
that was it.
He
That
doesn't
was
listen
the
to
point.
the Beatles
Swiftie.
anymore. Now it's just Taylor
He's a
Swift.
Swiftie. That's great. Yeah. I'm not a big karaoke person.
Wrong.
I know. I'll do it. I don't really sing. I've done some raps. The best karaoke I ever saw though once, and it changed my life, is my now best friend. I went to karaoke like the first night I met him, and he did the entire Nightmare Before Christmas song. Like, this is Halloween, and like all the voices.
Wow.
And I was like, that is the most amazing thing I've ever
Wow.
seen.
It's really good.
It was insane. And now I'm like, I get karaoke.
Yeah. My friend James, I haven't seen it in a long time, but he made a 8-minute song and cuts so lyrics from different songs run together.
Yeah.
I can't. So he'll go from, My Heart Will Go On to, I don't know, some
other song just
outrageous rap song.
goes right into
and
it.
he's the only one that knows where it's going, and so he performed the crap out of it on a cruise ship.
amazing.
That he convinced them to
That
plug in
rules.
his phone, and it was the
no
funniest
way.
thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think I've ever laughed so hard.
I can't
That's
believe the
hilarious.
work that takes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's a ridiculous person.
Crazy.
And it was, sorry, I meant to ask, it was only Taylor Swift people could sing? Did
No.
you?
I had
No.
multiple different artists, but it was just one same kind of genre. If I didn't like the song, it wasn't being put on the list.
I get that.
Was Justin Bieber on the list?
Yes.
Oh, heck yeah.
We filmed this YouTube video recently. We're doing this part 3 thing, and all these guys at PGA National. So all these guys come driving up, and they happen to all be on a trip, and they're all from Harvard, right? And I'm like, I don't really know that many Justin Bieber songs, but I hear it, I know it's him
Well,
playing in the
because
cart.
like
I'm
6 different
That's
songs played.
awesome.
Are you playing Justin Bieber right now? And it's just Justin Bieber song, another Justin Bieber
It wasn't
song.
like
Justin
Justin Bieber
Bieber
radio.
radio.
No,
Oh,
it
was it?
was just like it was like a playlist
Yeah.
where it was
They're
like,
like, this is Justin
this
Bieber
is
on
ju-
Spotify.
that's all it was.
And
And
he was like not ashamed at all.
And I looked at him and I thought it was a
Love
joke.
that.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
20-something-year-old guys listening to Justin Bieber 6 songs in a row. We were with them for like 15 minutes. I was like, this has got to be a joke. They must be. And then I said to them, is this Justin Bieber? And they're like, yeah. I'm like,
love him.
Okay. Like I was
Nice.
expecting,
Yeah.
like, it's a joke. We're playing it as a joke. No, I'm a believer.
He
I was
was
like,
really into it.
okay.
That rules.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, I went. My brother's a believer too. He's 31. He's a diehard believer, and we went to the concert last year and wept like little girls.
We went to the same concert. Which
Did
you?
you?
You went in Atlanta though, right?
I went to Minneapolis actually.
Oh, okay.
'cause, yeah, I'm from there. But yeah, I just cried in a sea of people much younger than me. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
You're not the only one.
I
Trust me.
know.
There was a lot of them.
I felt so embarrassed. I was like, genuinely, it was like
Were you
2
really?
grown adults and tweens, and we're just crying with them. I'm like, all
That's
right, what is my
hilarious.
life? But no shame.
I loved it. I thought it was really
it's
good.
great.
And so where's your music inspiration come from? Because I saw that John Daly one was absolutely
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was super
Thank
fun
you.
too.
I
hysterical.
don't drink water.
That's a direct quote from him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah, I've seen you
But
said
did
that
you add
before.
the I don't drink water, I hate water, right? That's what you
That's a
said.
direct quote.
Really?
So that's part of Tom McGovern is the musical comedian that we work with a lot. He knew of John Daly, but doesn't know golf. So I sent him just a bunch of reference articles and things. And that's what he sent back. And that line is so funny. And he's like, it's in one of the articles you sent me. And I looked at it and it's, I don't drink water, I hate water. That's John Daly. Yeah.
That is
But yeah,
awesome.
when it comes to music, and karaoke, like white guy bangers, the Killers, Jimmy Eat World,
Yeah.
Third Eye Blind. I got
Okay.
those.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third Eye Blind is a little before your time, no?
Not really.
No, you were probably teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Semi-Charmed Life, I mean, it's almost like a rap song.
That's what it is, Semi-Charmed Life. Okay,
I
I was
can
like, what are
crush
those
that at
songs?
karaoke.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, big time.
I'd like to see that.
I'd like
like
to
to
see
see
that
that on the
too.
next
I don't even
Instagram
know
post.
who that is,
Yeah.
but I'd like
Nothing
to see
golf
that.
Never even heard of them?
No.
Dang. That's fine.
Sorry.
Just hurts.
That one doesn't hurt.
We're
that much.
bonding over Justin Bieber, and she's like, I don't even know what your music
What
is.
you're
Third
talking
Eye
about.
I'm
what?
so young and hip. Look at me. I'm a young cookie.
That's so. But that song that you did for that you sent out to your guy and he wrote it and everything, and you just gave him all the reference points.
Yep. And we find a reference track too, like the Myrtle Beach one was Rascal Flatts. Sent Rascal Flatts, God Bless the Broken Road. Wanted to be emotional like that.
So good.
We did one where we forgot my wedge.
Wait! Don't say it. Don't say what it is.
Yeah, what do you think it is? That is a good
I think
game.
that's it. I think
that is his favorite. I think
at the end when he's holding that wedge.
Yeah.
I just
Some people cried.
I told myself,
It's because of the music.
I didn't cry, but I'm
were
close.
close.
You felt it. You felt
I
it.
felt it. That is a worship song. That's got to be some sort of Christian worship
It's
song.
close. Yeah.
What is it?
It is The Fray.
Yeah, that's
really?
a Christian
It's
band.
close.
Yeah,
They're Mormon, I think.
are they?
They're Utah, so
I don't want to get
I
into
don't know.
religion.
I'm assuming.
But what I'm just saying is like that's yes.
Yeah, the
You said
How to
that
Save
too.
a Life.
I said
How to
that.
Save a Life was the reference song for that. by The
Oh,
Fray.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. And that feels kind of
Same.
like can be kind of in the same tone of like those gospels because there's big
Yeah,
swells.
definitely. Yeah. It's emotional manipulation. you know?
Yes, that's exactly what it
You
is.
just hear the chords and you're like, why am I going to cry? I don't even know this is happening.
What do
no
I?
reason.
What do you?
Yeah.
It's a theme
That-
song of Grey's Anatomy. Every time I hear that song,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And then
That
John
is-
Daly was Hit It Hard by John Daly was the reference song. His one song that he always gets drunk at a bar and
Well,
makes
he also does.
makes it play
Which one call it? Oh, it'll come back to me. No, he sings one other song, not
On the
his
guitar
song.
when he plays the guitar.
Yeah, what's the song that he sings?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Look it up.
I wanna
It's
play You're Not Tiger right now.
it's a country song. I mean,
No, it's
Sure.
You probably could.
Why not? You should.
You gonna sing something?
We have a song that we haven't released
You
yet.
need a guitar?
No, I would play a song into the microphone.
yeah, play it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it, dude.
He's got
For
a song.
sure.
It's pretty good.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm so
said-
excited.
And we're
Is
not
it
going to talk
really
about the
good?
video because that's a secret. But
Okay.
this is
I love
maybe
unreleased stuff.
Knocking on Heaven's Door, he does.
Yes.
Mm.
That's
It's
funny.
like the easiest song to
Yeah,
play, right?
yeah.
This is
It's
just
like
the
two chords.
This is the
just-
second
Yeah.
half. But there's a bad word, but it's beeped.
We could you say the bad word. Let's hear it.
It's
all.
beeped. though. It's
We'll
beeped.
bleep it if not.
I'm not gonna do the
worry
second
about it.
half. This is a bad idea.
No,
No.
that's a great idea.
All right, an exclusive.
It'll probably come out after anyway.
That's good.
Yes.
Now, what is that? Is that
Song.
people? Is that people like dressing with the red and stuff like that? And they're trying
we
to
might
act
have
like...
shot a little bit of it yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
excited.
But the reference
That's
song was
interesting.
just like 90s action figure.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I was
I
like
got.
Power Rangers type stuff.
Know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
so
that's
funny.
exactly what
That's
it
exactly what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
You're not Tiger.
It's
That's
the most fun thing in the
hilarious.
world is here's the story, here's a couple golf jokes,
Yeah.
here's a reference song, send it to this genius, Tom McGovern.
And he is a genius.
I don't know if I've there's only been one or two times we've had a small change where like a golfer wouldn't say that. But yeah, he just sends it back and it's my favorite thing.
Pure gold.
Perfect.
He's insane. He's so
I think
good.
you
I'll
just
wake
need
up
to
my
come up.
girlfriend and be like, I gotta listen to this right now. I just have to.
I think you just need to come up with an album.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I really think
You guys
need
definitely
an album.
should do
There's
that.
never been a golf
Album? No.
really.
I mean John Daly.
Yeah.
The one
But
song.
it's-
That,
Knocking on
that
Heaven's
one
Door?
song that he
A
has.
lot of it
really?
about golf, yeah.
That's so fun. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think you need an album.
It's like life in the rough. Like it's all golf puns like that.
That's what it is.
I mean,
Life in the Rough.
I don't know, it's not called that.
RUFF. It's a little dog. It's Mulligan.
It's Mulligan,
Life in
yeah.
Rough.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That rules.
I like it. I think you can compile enough songs where you have an album.
I agree.
12 songs,
I think
something
so.
like that.
Easily.
10. You don't even need. You could
Yeah,
even do.
EPs are big now.
Yeah, you could
yeah,
even do
an
like
EP.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're already there.
So you working on any other skits that are songs other than that, like what for your Instagram?
I think we're about due for a new batch.
Yeah, I
from
think
Tom.
so. I just want to see more. That's all.
I'm trying to think. There's one that we haven't shot a video for, but it's about you should just putt it if you're just a bad golfer. Like don't.
Don't think about it.
Just 40 yards
I'm-
out.
I'm
Just
I'm gonna
putt.
look.
But
And that's
That's
a
funny.
That's a Huey Lewis song.
Really?
Yeah. So we sent him, and it's very 80s, almost like Prince's fun stuff.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
just
it.
put it. It's so true. You're like, I could chip this. And
Yeah.
Why would
No,
I do that?
don't
This
do
feels
it.
like
Yeah.
a flop.
So
This feels like a
far.
flop.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just
I've
putt
done
it.
that before. I'm like, no, don't do that. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Bunker shot, just putt it.
Yeah.
I had to
Kind of
do-
low lift. Just putt it.
Yeah.
Speaking of bunkers, I just recently did like a commercial in Myrtle Beach, a separate from what we did, completely different. And they had to do a shot, and they like got a bunch of golfers, and they gave me the hardest shot to do on camera. They're like, "We need you to hit a bunker shot." The camera, the people are
Right in
standing
front of you.
right in front of the hole.
Oh.
And they're like, "Hit it just soft enough
Where you don't hit us.
where you don't hit
no.
us." But also, it had rained the night before, and it was so hard,
Yeah.
the sand. Super hard, super deep. And I'm like, this is a hard shot. And they go, also, we need you to kick up a bunch of sand. We want it to look cinematic.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you have any idea how hard this shot is in general? I'm a new golfer. Like, I could do that. And so I did a couple, and they were decent. Like, I got it in front of them. One went, like, a little bit over them. I'm like, so you saw it? But they wanted it so specific.
Yeah.
And they wanted so much sand. It just was kind of impossible to do.
It's like, I'm lucky
At
to
my
get out of
speed.
this bunker.
That's
You
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
place
I'm
it
like-
perfectly in front of you with sand. And,
I had one where I was like, I did it. That was perfect. Like, it got enough sand.
And they're like, oh, we didn't get it. We didn't get
Well,
it.
no, they were like, the ball needs to go up a little bit higher. And I was like, you guys, this is, and so eventually it got to a point where there was a man laying in the bunker with me with a ball. And I just had to collect
it up?
sand, and I was just smacking sand because they wanted it so big. The sand.
Wait, did he throw the ball?
He was throwing the ball.
That's hilarious.
So he's just going,
wow.
Movie magic.
and he's getting just doused in sand. It was so funny. We're like, just the
hilarious.
shot that they're asking for. They're like, yeah, okay, so like we know that you do some golfing, and here's a shot. And my brain's like, that is very hard to do, and I'll never forget that.
So I want to just find out, like, for this gig that you guys have, you mentioned that you did another gig. Are you guys doing this now full time, all three of you, for Saint Andre, or are you guys doing separate projects and stuff like that outside of it?
So we have 3 full-timers. It's me and Paul, who does social, and Seth, who does video. And then Hannah and Jonathan are core cast members.
Okay.
But that is just kind of like a per project shoot basis. They're doing so many other things. They're on TV all the time now in a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial.
That's true.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like, I think Saint Andre for me is a priority. So I've always been like checking in if there's other stuff. Because like if there's conflicts, I'm kind of like, well, I love the people at Saint Andre. They're my friends. I like working for them. So it also comes in waves. Like there'll be some times where months will be so busy, and then other months not as much. But yeah, I would say right now it's like 60 to 70% of some of the work I'm doing.
Yeah. And just a lot of, I mean, you've gone hard into golf and gotten a lot of golf opportunities
Yeah,
outside of
it's
Saint
crazy.
Andre, which is great.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
really
because
fun.
you're hitting these bunker shots that are
Yeah.
ridiculous.
These
Like,
fake
why
bunker
wouldn't
shots
they be
that
calling
are
you?
making me look better than I am. Yeah.
She's a world long drive darling now. She hosted the final.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Which was very fun. Those people, I saw a man hit the ball 452 yards. That is insane.
I watched some of that podcast that you had, the guy, right?
Yeah, Martin.
And was he serious about like saying we need to just more drama, like a WWE type of thing? He was serious, right? Like
Yeah.
that and I agree with that. Like that's what it's missing, the drama behind
Yeah.
it, right?
Totally.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know if he meant full drama. Where
no,
it's
right.
like,
You just need
you know, they slept with this person's wife or something.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Real
where he
Housewives
comes
drama.
out with the like in the old days.
Just
of
more like
WWE.
personalities. Everyone knows the personality.
Right.
Because you know, there it's not quiet. They're playing music.
Yeah,
They're screaming.
It's a perfect environment.
Yeah.
for
So
it.
having that kind of professional wrestler intros where people are like, "Yeah, I love this person."
Yeah,
Like,
you're getting
they're
fired
such
up.
a big personality.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think he's right there.
yeah, I agree.
I
with
mean,
that.
I agree with that. Long drive and just regular golf. But that's just
Yeah.
me.
True.
And Martin's so good with the crowd. Like when I was there, some of the guys like don't really, but Martin gets so into it, and the crowd responds to him. You know, because
course.
he's like screaming and like going up to him.
That's what they want.
and that's what people get into.
Yeah.
So he has a really good point, and he's so good at it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
he's onto something there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And so now, what's the goal? What's the goal for Saint Andre Golf looking forward? What do you want to see from this?
I mean, you guys have grown so
Because-
much so far,
Yeah.
really, really quickly, which is amazing. But
Yeah.
going forward,
Yeah. It's ever evolving. It happened quicker than we thought it would.
Yeah.
Probably for y'all too, I'd
oh
assume.
yeah,
You're like,
same thing.
Yeah.
You're just kind of
Yeah.
experimenting. All of a sudden, oh, people like this is great. I think we just want to do things bigger and better.
Yeah.
Don't want to grow too fast. Take opportunities as they come. Keep the first things first, which is our team and sketch comedy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've had some cool potential opportunities pop up. Just trying to not mess it up and be smart about it. If that leads to movies and a TV show, great. If it's kind of what we're doing now, just a little bigger and better, great. We're just trying to be smart about it. I'm enjoying the ride right now, and we'll stay the course.
We could tell. I mean, the content and the quality of it is there. Like you started, like you mentioned, like you just started writing stuff and it just all came to golf. Like the stuff is there as long as you keep doing it. It's just it'll figure it out. Like you maybe have a show, maybe you'll host tournaments. Who knows? Like
it could go anywhere.
I could see a lot of different potential, stuff happening with you guys. You guys are.
I love your stuff, honestly. I think it's like the best. I love it.
It's the funniest stuff in golf.
Thank you.
Yeah.
By far.
And I also think golf needs that. Different spin, comedy, characters. Like I think it really does.
Something that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
I think you do a great job of too.
Thanks.
Like you're not taking yourself so seriously. You're out here having fun and you're very honest. You always say that. You're like, this, like we talked about earlier, like this shot didn't happen on the first try. It's like,
like I'm not.
It being
just
yourself,
happens.
being authentic, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what you need more of in this sport. Is it can feel so like stuffy and strict, and it's like no, we need
100%.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we
coming
appreciate
down.
it. It was so
Absolutely.
much fun.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for
us.
Y'all are
Yeah,
awesome.
of
Of
course.
course.
Had 2 mimosas, having a great time. Mulligan rules. I don't know where Mulligan's at.
Yeah, he's right over
Right
there.
there.
Mulligan's got the
He's
best
chilling.
life. He just chills.
Just so
Mulligan
fluffy.
is straight
Great
up
surprise.
chilling. Yeah.
He is floppy.
You guys can't see it, but there's this really cool Christmas tree going on right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are. I'm loving it.
Thanks to Saint Andre for coming on the podcast. They were amazing, great people. Go check out their stuff. I will link it in the description. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.